Brother, let me ask you something. Have you ever watched your wife get upset and thought, where did that come from? To you, it felt small, maybe even unreasonable, but to her, it wasn't. And instead of feeling closer in that moment, you end up further apart. And here's where most husbands get it wrong. You think the problem is emotion itself, so you try to fix it, explain it, minimize it, or sometimes avoid it altogether. But here's what most men don't realize. Her emotions aren't the problem, they're the signal. Your wife doesn't need you to control her emotions. She needs you to understand them. Scripture speaks to this more than we often realize. In James 1:19 it says, "Let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath." That's not passive, that's intentional restraint. It's choosing to understand before you respond. When a husband dismisses his wife's emotions, she doesn't just feel misunderstood, she feels alone. Pursuing your wife's emotions doesn't mean agreeing with everything she feels. It means choosing to engage it instead of avoiding it. And here's what most husbands miss. There are 3 ways this shows up. First, presence over solutions. When she's emotional, your instinct is to fix it. But often, she doesn't need a solution. She needs you. Listening, present, and engaged. Because presence builds connection more than solutions ever will. Second, curiosity over correction. Instead of asking, "Why are you reacting like this?" ask her, "What's behind what you're feeling?" Because emotions don't come out of nowhere. They come from something deeper. And understanding that changes the entire conversation. And third, steadiness under pressure. When emotions rise, many men either shut down or escalate. But leadership looks different. It stays calm, grounded, unmoved. Because your steadiness creates safety, and safety is what allows her to open up. If your wife feels like her emotions are too much for you, she'll stop bringing them to you. And this is something I've had to grow in over time. And honestly, it's still something I have to stay aware of today. Because it's easy to hear emotion and immediately go into fix mode. It's what a lot of us do. We fix. But I've learned, when I slow down and really listen, everything changes. When a husband begins to pursue his wife's emotions, something shifts. She feels seen, heard, and safe. She stops feeling like she has to carry things alone, and instead of tension, you begin to see connection again. Because emotional safety builds emotional intimacy. This week, try one simple shift in your marriage. The next time your wife is emotional, don't fix it. Don't correct it. Just ask her, "Help me understand what you're feeling." And then listen, not to respond, but to understand her. Next week, we take this even further, because understanding her emotions matters, but knowing how to communicate in those moments is what keeps connection strong. Brother, your wife was never meant to feel like her emotions are a burden to you. She was meant to feel safe bringing them to you. Pursuing your wife means stepping into those moments, not away from them. If this helped you, stand with this work by subscribing and sharing it with another husband who needs it. Forged in faith, bound by covenant. Let's get to work.